How to dress for Catholic Mass. I'm going to be sharing the rules that I follow to dress for Catholic Mass inspired by the dress code at the Vatican. The first thing I always make sure to have is a covered shoulder. I normally try to keep it to my elbow. I live in Texas, which is basically the sun. I own a lot of sleeveless dresses. I have a few staple cardigans in my wardrobe that I always throw on. I always like empire waist dresses, so I like to wear a cropped cardigan if I can because I feel like it flatters my waistline more than like a longer cardigan, which leads me to my next guideline, always wearing a dress to church. This is not a Vatican dress code rule. This is a personal choice on my part, and I only started doing it in the last 2 or 3 years because I came to the conclusion that if I was going to see a king, I would wear a dress. I'm going to see Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I want to act like I'm going to see Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Not only do I get to see him, I get to receive him. So I want to adorn myself as beautifully as I can and honor his kingship. My third guideline for dressing for Catholic Mass is the rule for Vatican dress code is to have covered knees for men and women. For me, I have some dresses that I will wear to church that touch my knees, but for the most part, I always try to wear something that is below the knee. That's out of respect for God and myself, but it's also out of respect for the congregation because I have 2 toddlers that I am bending down and chasing, and I would be so embarrassed if anything showed. It's a practical but also respectful tip. My fourth guideline for dressing for Catholic Mass is having absolutely no cleavage showing. That's a rule for me in my own life for modesty reasons. I'm a busty girl, so I have to actually work at making sure that I don't have cleavage in a lot of outfits. Something that I found throughout the years is I either wear a tank top underneath my clothing. I also found these modesty crop tops that you just put on under your dress or your shirt so that it raises the neckline, and actually really pretty. It's got that like lace detail. It's modest, but it actually looks really pretty. It doesn't like ruin the outfit. I also obviously love any dress that's high neckline for church. I started acquiring dresses with higher necklines so I don't have to play games with like my regular wardrobe. I don't have to think about it. It's so much nicer and easier to have something that you can just throw on and go to church, especially when you're a mom. Those are the guidelines I follow for dressing for Catholic Mass. Let me know in the comments if you have any rules that I missed. Follow Little Girl Arise for more tips on how to live a Christ-centered life.